Within your own organization, it's important if you understand, do you already have the fundamentals down in your business, the things even before your AI first steps, such that an AI initiative is something that you'd be prepared to undertake. There's a level of maturity that you have to achieve so that you know that you're going to feed it good information and you're going to be able to get good output and you're going to be able to do something with it. So we're going to break it down into three pieces. That do you have a good source of truth? Do you have realistic goals? And do you have management maturity? AI doesn't work in a vacuum. So, well, it's not entirely true. There are autonomous vacuum cleaners that use AI. I mean, there's an AI needs training and input to give you meaningful output. And meaningful input often comes from two sources, and you probably have some of these sources in your business already today. There's structured data, things like tables. Your accounting system is structured data. Your transaction processing system, your client service information, that's structured data. And then you've got semi-structured data. You've got documents that might be spread across a file share or SharePoint or something similar to that. You've got your email, which is structured in that you can tell who, what, and when, but you've also got the content inside the email. If you're, let me think on this. So you can also use public sources and models for this that don't contain information specific to your business and proprietary knowledge. And you can marry that then with the internal knowledge specific to your organizations. Most organizations then take the next step and they want AI to be able to identify problems or watch indicators or process streams or predict outcomes with data specific and private to the organization. And for that step to succeed, you have to think through, what are the information assets that you have within the business today? Could a person looking at the information that you have answer the question that you're trying to ask? And if they would throw up their hands and say the information doesn't exist, well, maybe that's the first step on your AI journey, is to say, how do we incorporate those valid information feeds into our regular daily processing so we gain business value from them? But now that type of structured and unstructured information can become a source for BI reporting processes inside your organization, better management processes within your organization, and eventually AI processes within your organization. AI initiatives work best when they start with a realistic objective. And as an example, the question at the bottom is probably not the right first realistic objective for an AI initiative. It's a great question, but an AI without the appropriate inputs is probably going to give you a very generic answer on it. Nothing better than what a bunch of business books are going to probably advise you to do the same thing. As you go through brainstorming, you'll be looking for the frequent repetitive tasks that you and your teams are having to do, or the frequent patterns that you have to monitor today. Your first AI wins are going to be small. They're likely leveraging public models inside commodity products as extensions to the software tools that you're already using. You don't have to do a lot of custom development. For example, Microsoft's about to launch Microsoft Copilot. It's an AI tool that'll probably be priced about $35 per user per month, but it lets you leverage all of Microsoft's AI engineering expertise, back-end work, along with all the private information that you have secure in your Microsoft 365 tenant, your email, your Teams chats, your SharePoint, your OneDrive. You already trust Microsoft to maintain that structured and semi-structured data in a secure, private, authenticated way. Copilot now opens up one piece of that so that you, running Copilot, licensed for it, can now leverage that semi-structured and structured data, again, securely within your organization. Microsoft is built around the idea about layers of security and siloing it to make sure that it's private and protected. You can now run Copilot in that same space, but you don't have to pay for custom development. It makes for a very low entry cost to a very rich engine that already has visibility to the things that are specific to your business. Next, you want to look to your big information vendors, your accounting system, your CRM, your documents platform, your contracts platform, your AR AP platform. What are your vendors, your software vendors, already incorporating into their existing products that you use? And while the information those systems can act upon will likely be silos themselves, your accounting system is only going to know about things inside your accounting world. Your development cost, again, is going to be very low, and you'll gain the new features as your software developers that you're already working with are spending the effort to design and release them. And lastly, that third prerequisite is take a look at your own operational maturity. Do you already operate via key performance indicators or scorecards? Can you measure the transactional inputs, outputs, and success of your existing operations, your departments, and your working teams? I mean, if you invest time to put an AI system in place with the goal of improvement or efficiency, will you be able to measure the result? If you, and I'm going to say I straight out stole this thought from Katie because I think it's brilliant, but if you spend the effort to put the perfect AI system in place and it produces perfect output, do you know what you're going to do with the output? How will you be able to act on it? That's what then merits the investment along the way of getting to the system to be able to give you that answer or that process or that control that you can then actually monetize.